Hey! Hey, everybody, it's December 3rd, 2019.
I literally give you
You pointed at me.
a mirrored feed
Yeah,
of this show.
I totally blew the timing.
And
I'm sorry.
you see when we're live.
I'm not a live guy. This is why I'm not like a streamer. God damn it. Hi, everybody. Today is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019. It's me, Jake. I'm joined, as always, by Andrew
Hello.
P. Gebbia and
You
Thomas
just used
Johnson.
my middle initial?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I put on literally every panel I submit.
That's right. What if it, you know what it is, right?
It's P
What if we started a rumor and said it was fish?
with a
Yo,
PH.
your mom was just really into fish.
Andrew
my
Fish
mom
Gebbia?
does love Grateful Dead, so like almost the same.
That's a problem. Hey, everybody.
Your
we
mom
are
also loves Grateful
It's
Dead.
a problem. It's a huge problem. We're going to talk about
Still not over it.
some things this week. I will say, admittedly, it is a very light week. The show is probably going to run shorter because, frankly, not a lot of news going on, and we haven't really been playing any new games. We've been catching up on old games that have been released, so not really too.
Shout out to Sled182, who's really into your Terminator Instagram posts.
Yo, I was playing Destiny last night, and from the living room I heard dun 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 dun.
Oh, mine?
And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Sam, what is that?
Yeah.
And she's like, Jake's like making fun of the Stop and Shop robot.
Yeah, our local grocery store now has a robot that roams the aisle.
His name's Marty.
Yeah.
His name is Marty. They put googly eyes on him to humanize him.
It was
He's
just
10
really
foot
yeah.
tall, and he roams around and he freaks out the boomers.
It's just really funny to to hear that sound
Yeah, you
just
like
without
that?
any context,
That was
like
clever.
from my living room. Yeah, what is this? Where'd this come from?
That
No,
is a.
I like this.
That is a Mario shell.
No,
That's
but
a
like
shell.
where?
I got it for my birthday, and I said thanks. I have no use for this, so I brought it here, where I bring things that I don't have room for at home.
It feels
Yeah,
nice.
our office, also known as Jake's storage space.
It kind of is. I have a lot of shit
Hey,
here.
how about we talk about my studio?
We have a whole gear rack that Tom took all this time to organize and label that we can't even get to
That's true.
because there's
That's
a big
true.
Jake box in front of it.
So, what do you guys want to start with? Hello to all of you in the chat. Nice to see you here.
It's weird.
Have we been playing anything or no?
Nah,
Anything worth mentioning?
I preloaded Halo Reach, so I'm gonna play that when I go home.
It's already got like 100,000 concurrent on Steam.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm hyped.
Crazy.
Yeah, I got it on PC Game Pass.
Hey.
Um,
I'm glad that people can get it on Steam too.
yeah,
Like,
it's really cool.
I think it's just like, I saw like an esports person saying that like if this thing does really blow up on PC, regardless of where, it being on PC is a big deal for like competitive Halo, like in terms of like a resurgence of competitive Halo, and that could really be interesting.
I think Ninja's playing it.
Are you fighting with people still?
No, I'm just letting them know that we're gonna talk about Resident Evil. I'm being nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm being
good.
nice. Is he? By
I
the
don't
way,
know. I'm actually checking right now.
yeah, check Mixer. I'm curious because that's like, I was wondering if he was gonna like come back to like his roots,
Who
the roots where we all came from.
He's doing
where-
a Q&A while he signs copies of his gamer book. But
Are we talking about Ninja
Yeah.
and
I was curious if
his
he-
bad tweet the other
Yeah,
day?
oh, no, yeah, I was curious if he was going back. Oh, the basketball tweet? Oh, the football
The
tweet.
football tweet, yeah.
Did you see the person who's like, yeah, I don't know how, like, when I'm
What'd he
watching
say?
professional Fortnite, they missed the shot, and he's like, it's nowhere near the same.
Yeah, he flipped out. It's funny. It also just goes to show Twitter sucks.
Bo asks, is Halo
Bo's in the
Master
house.
Chief Collection crossplay?
Bo's in the house. Thank you for the super chat, Bo. Is Halo Master
I
Chief
actually
Collection
don't know.
crossplay?
If it is, it's going to be between the Game Pass and the Xbox version.
I
That's
don't
how
know.
it was for Gears.
I don't know if. Let me double check.
Yeah. So, like, if it is, which I don't know if
I'm
it is,
assuming it's gonna
Steam is
work-
going to be separate.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna work the same way.
Oh, so Darkslayer 666,
crossplay.
I checked already, it's not.
Oh, but I have here. GameSpot says it's
Fact checking is
Steam
great.
and Windows versions,
Really? So
but not PC and Xbox One.
interesting. I thought it would have been the Xbox Game Pass versions. would talk to
Microsoft's
each
statement
other.
right now is this is something the team will monitor and evaluate over time, which means leave us alone right now.
One of us should redeem that Steam code and see if we're able to play with the other.
Yeah, try and game on.
Yeah, right?
I don't even know how that would work, but
It's weird.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how we
technology.
played it in London
yeah,
on PC. It's cool. It's kind of weird with a mouse.
yeah, it is. We're definitely gonna have more of a deep dive on that and Darksiders Genesis next
week.
Tuesday. We're gonna be playing
Hyped
those.
to hear about Darksiders Genesis.
Spoilers. Is the embargo up?
For what?
No.
Darksiders Genesis.
You can do the first couple chapters it says today.
Okay. I've also played it at preview things where I can say things. I think
Yeah.
it's actually kind of cool. Darksiders Genesis might be like a little smaller game that might fly under the radar that maybe you should consider checking out because it seemed kind of fun from what I played.
I'm
I played
bummed
like
out
an
I
hour of it.
haven't gotten to see it yet, but I'm glad
Soon,
I
my
finally get
friend.
to check it out.
Soon. All right. You want to just roll right into news?
Before you do, I beat Death Stranding finally.
Yay!
Love the ending. Just wanted to say that.
Love
Yeah,
the
I
ending.
beat Fallen Order, and I also love
Yeah.
the ending.
Love the trip. That's it. You don't have to run anything.
great.
That's really all I have to say about
You
it.
like the journey?
We've talked about it enough here,
Yeah.
but no, liked it a lot. I want to talk to somebody about it.
Okay.
Don't post any spoilers.
Like
in
a
the chat.
doctor?
No, like a friend.
It's a joke. It's a bad joke. Funny that you mentioned Death Stranding, Andrew, because series creator Hideo Kojima has gone on record recently about how he would maybe make a sequel. The quote is actually pretty interesting though. I mean, it's unsurprisingly Hideo Kojima. So he had an interview with Vulture.
It was
and-
Vulture, really?
Yeah, talking about the possibility of, this is from the IGN article, talking about the possibility of working with Norman Reedus again. If he said if they did, it could be a sequel to Death Stranding, but he said that if he were to do that, he would start from zero, start from scratch, which seems like the way he was coming off. He was saying that it wouldn't just be like a direct continuation or like anything connected to this game. He would just continue those same themes and vibes and ideas and concepts and explore them further in another Death Stranding game,
Interesting.
which is very, very Kojima and very unconventional and probably good. I don't know. Good luck getting people to give you millions of dollars to do that. But you never know. Here's the deal. I don't know, but I think Death Stranding is doing okay in terms of sales.
It is doing very well. What if instead they just do the Quap thing where they just add more legs so you're a horse now?
Death Stranding, but with a horse. I'm okay with that.
I kind of don't want another Death Stranding, and I loved it. Like it's it's probably going to end up being. If it's not my game of the year, it will be my number 2. I just like the world. Like I just like the experience being like its own thing. I think, and I don't want it. Like I think I just want it to stay like unique to its like. It's like just have it say its own thing, and don't bring it out to be like another like long 5-game long franchise. Just Death Stranding, here we go, it's done. Do something else.
I
like
feel-
that's kind of what I want.
Yeah, I
know?
definitely. I kind of feel like I want to see him explore a new idea. Like you did these weird, crazy, wild things and all these high guy concepts.
Hi guys.
No, because if he goes to like what he really wants to make, next thing is just going to be a Steve McQueen video game.
All right.
Which actually I'm kind of into.
Yeah,
Let's just
you
do
know
that.
what? Honestly, a Steve McQueen video game would give him some.
He does a remake of The Great Escape, but it's a video game and not a movie.
Yeah, it's like what if
Which they
Bullet
did.
was video game?
They made a game.
Yeah, based on, but I don't think. I think it was like wasn't it like shot for shot?
Oh, like you're saying he
Like
would,
you played as Steve McQueen in
Yeah,
that game,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
you're-
I mean him like a Hideo Kojima reimagining of The Great Escape, but it's a video game and not a movie.
I would love for him to stick to the
He's got motorcycles.
stick to structure and the rules set within traditional movie.
Yeah.
Like I like that he does his own thing and he does weird, wild, and crazy stuff and like he makes you walk across snowy mountains for 2 hours of in-game time and it gets you nothing. It's an art thing. It's an art experiment, but I would really like to see what he would do if he had to really stick to a bunch of rules.
Like make a video game.
Yeah, like if he had to really like stick within like certain parameters. Like obviously like we like Kojima because he tries different things, but I would love to see what it would be like if he just
Yeah.
you know
Well, I think
traditional.
that's what made Phantom Pain so good was that like he followed like the traditional like this is a video game thing like like the rule book, but also like made it different. Like I think like there are a lot of those games where it's like, oh, you can take on this mission however you want. I think like a lot of games say that, but Phantom Pain is like one of the few where I actually felt like I could do that.
Yeah.
I remember I don't know what it is word for word, but like Max Scoville tweeted something when Phantom Pain came out. And it was like the perfect Phantom Pain tweet. And it was about how like, oh, 1 second I was sneaking around a base, killing men, trying to rescue someone. And next minute I'm being chased by a helicopter and I'm driving off in my giant like truck and I don't know what to do. And I go flying off of a mountain and then I fault into goat. Like,
Just have those, like, moments.
something along the lines of that. And I was like, yo, that is like, that's why I think I love Phantom Pain is that it's just weird, stupid, unpredictable, and it can just like that change, you know?
It's what happens when you go like systems heavy, right?
Yeah, when it's like it gives you a sandbox world, it gives you a bunch of really crazy things. Like even like this is very much like, well, I built a ladder up a river, but then I tripped over a rock and I stumbled all the way down, and then my baby was crying, and then a man came up and punched me and stole my package.
Yeah.
You know, it's very like wild like that. Trending Tech. I think he was talking about like what type of game he'd like to see Kojima make. He said a heist FPS set in the 20s.
That could be really cool.
That would be really cool. I'm up for anything at this point. That's like just weird
Let it make
and
a
different.
fighting game.
Yo, honestly, like a fighting game with like a lore heavy, like a Tekken fight, or let him make the next. What if they gave Kojima a currently existing fighting game? Like what if they gave him the Tekken lore or the Soul Calibur lore? I can only say Soul Calibur.
Put
like
Norman
Soul
Reedus
Calibur.
in Soul Calibur 7.
Honestly, unpopular opinion, put Norman Reedus in nothing ever again. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's barely in this game.
He picks up a lot towards the end. He has more to say.
So it's like the last act of MGS5.
Mystery box.
Way more than that.
Mystery box can leave. Just saying. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca's here. Good to see you. Clayton Saint CYR says Kojima is overrated. And you know what I will say? I think that was like a thing that people would just throw out back in the day. But with Death Stranding, I think there's a little more room for interpretation with that. Like, I think you can say that because, like, I totally get why this game will not jive with a lot of people. I've said that before.
Yeah.
No.
No.
But, like, I'm not going to, like, be like, don't say that. I get it.
I don't know. Like, I was trying to think of, like, would I have liked this game just as much if it wasn't a Kojima game? And, like, I still think I would have, just because, like, before the story had me hooked, the gameplay had me hooked.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of like the weird, how it's, like, simplistic, but also micromanaging at the same time.
Yeah,
You know
there's
what I
a lot
mean?
to, like,
Yeah. Like,
fiddle with.
there's a lot of, there's a lot of fiddling, a lot of different elements.
It's fiddly.
It's fiddly.
Yeah. Which is interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Kojima's overrated, but I think that's more of a personal opinion type thing.
I definitely want to see what he's going to make next. Like, big time.
I really
87.
hope he makes a horror game. Like, I hope he, like, goes back to trying to do that.
You can see it here, right?
Oh, yeah. Like, all the BTs and stuff. And actually, part of this interview that we're talking about, he goes into detail about why he did a lot of the ocean imagery and, like, a lot of, like, the whales and the crabs and all that stuff for, like, the BTs. Mm-hmm. And he went on to say about, he went on to talk about how a lot of that came from a fear he had as a kid from when, like, to learn how to swim, his father, like, pushed him off a boat in the middle of the ocean or something. And it's cool to think that, like, something that happened to him as a kid, like, a small fear like that, something that, like I think is so silly because, like, I know how to swim. But then he took that and he turned it into this crazy, giant,
put it in a
fucking
weird
thing
billion-dollar video
about
game.
BTs, beached things, and that there are these tarry black ghosts that just...
Which are scary, I will say.
No, and that's the thing, but, like... He knows how to work with fear. It's like kind of like the point I'm trying to make. Like Batman.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I would love like explanations where I think he might even get like this as he gets older because some stuff is dangerously close to that. But like I think if he made this game and he was like older and they were like, what's with the crab and whale imagery in the game? What if he was just like, I just like crabs.
Yeah.
I just like crabs and whales.
Like crabs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really think there's much more to say other than that. I'd prefer him to not make another Death Stranding. I'd prefer him to make
something else.
Whatever the next new idea is.
Yeah.
No matter how high guy it is.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where he goes, what direction he goes in.
You guys want to hyper-analyze the 2 leaked images we got for Resident Evil 3? Let's do it.
There are 3 leaked images.
So, the news is, thanks to a PSN leak, a listing for both Project Resistance and this Resident Evil 3 has leaked. This seems like this is official store art, if you will.
And it also looks like Project Resistance just straight up called Resident Evil Resistance.
It's called Resident Evil Resistance, yeah. But the big gangbuster definitely is Resident Evil 3, which is like something we knew they were doing, but we didn't know like when or how long. So if this thing is completely 100% legit, like it seems like they might be pretty deep into making this game.
I thought it was further out, honestly.
Casual Shinji right off the bat says Carlos looks horrible.
No, he looks like a cigarette. I'm into it.
I don't know. I think he looks cool. Like he doesn't look too far off of like what I imagined him to be with
No,
crappy
it's like a
graphics.
scuzzy dude.
Yeah, I'm really into these caution labels all over him.
Yeah, that's an interesting new design choice. It seems like they're going on.
See his little nose?
The nose. So the nose freaks me out because it's like it looks like a skin stretched over his face, but like there's features in that skin.
I saw people online not being happy about that, like them adding that little thing, but I like it a lot because of what you just said, where it kind of sells like, look, this is like a monster, and its skin is stretched out to barely cover his fucking face.
It doesn't look like he has or as many of the big stitches across his face.
Yeah.
Also, from what I can tell, it looks like, I don't know if you guys in the chat can tell, but it looks like the his like gear, the tubing, the pipe looks mechanical and not like he has a weird skin tube.
Yeah.
Like he had a weird skin tube around
What
him.
if he's like Bane?
Interesting.
Of all the things
You gotta
from
rip
the
it off
keep,
of him to do
those long ass teeth are an interesting
The
choice.
teeth
to
are
keep.
fucking iconic, dude. They have to keep that.
Yeah.
I
They are
love that.
horrifying.
They are nasty.
What are the OG ones? I gotta see. Hold on.
Slen182 says he's a long teeth boy.
The sideways nose is really fucking with me now that I've noticed it.
Mr. Sir Bossman says, what's Z version mean? I would say Z version is
like a
probably
deluxe
like
edition.
Yeah, some sort
Probably
of
the digital
pre-order
deluxe.
special edition type of thing.
Oh yeah, he had those scary teeth.
Superform Gamescast says Kojima should make a Mothman game. Yo, if he got into weird shit like that, I would be totally into it.
I want to ask you. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for the super chat, Super Deformed Gamescast. Holy shit. Derek Capenar in the chat says I want to ask you this, Tom, because you played this one a lot. He says, I personally feel like Resident Evil 3 was the hardest out of the original, too, so I hope they keep it hard as fuck.
Yeah, same.
I
also liked it because that would also had like way more of a sense of dread because of like all those chase scenes.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I wonder how they're going to tweak it, because it's almost like the new Resident Evil 2 remake gave you some of that.
But they also gave, and then they also made him an ever-present thing into.
Right. So I'm curious to see how I hope Nemesis keeps kind of like the scripted aspect of it, where like, all right, he's gonna bust in through this wall, but like it's awesome. I am excited because I do.
I'm gonna replay this.
I do really like 2, the side modes and the different difficulty modes where they just let you go hog wild and shoot people. And 3 has a lot more action and a lot more shooting. I mean, like, it was the first Resident Evil to really, genuinely give you, like, an actual assault rifle.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's a
curious
big reason
to
why
see-
it's one of my favorites.
Oh, hell yeah, because you could really go.
It's like the first, like, big action-y one.
And 2, the shooting and everything about it I thought was really good. So, like, to be a little more, like, no holds barred with the action and the shooting, I'm excited to see that because, I mean, the game has, obviously, good combat, but it also has really cool like zombie deformation and grossness, and you can blow their limbs off.
I can't wait to see how gross he looks in motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if they're gonna really go for it because 2, I was surprised. I didn't think they were gonna go for everything in 2, but they pretty much did. So I'm really hoping that 3 does the same thing, where like it really just goes for it in terms of all the weird ass Nemesis stuff we get. We haven't talked about Claire at all. I'm not Claire. Jill. Jill looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely changing her.
Yeah, you can't tell much from like the image there, but her what she's wearing seems to be a little bit more like
Normal,
like, and not this over sexualized weird like short skirt and tube top that she had in
Give her stuff to hold guns.
Nemesis. Yeah, she kind of looks like Lara Croft from the first
Yeah, it looks cool.
Tomb Raider remake, just like the blue tank.
I hope, you know what I hope they keep though? The iconic like sweater tied around her waist or
Yeah,
whatever
that's
that
kind
was.
of. You don't see it here,
You
but I
can't tell.
hope that's there because
Yeah.
that was like a look.
Yeah, that was cool. Like I get that she was like a sexy lady, but like I feel like when you're running around, it needs to make a little more sense. But I like that like we're keeping the same, at least style. Like same thing with Leon's costume. Like they kept
Yeah.
like the vibe.
It's an update.
Really good.
It's not a reimagining.
Yeah, like if you keep that vibe, I'm good with that. Like same with Nemesis, except I don't know how I feel about the fact that like we took his weird skin tube and we made it a metal tube. No, give me all the weird gross skin, dude. I wonder how much they're gonna give him like trench coat man action.
I hope it's
Like
I
our
hope it
like
looks good.
like because like I don't know. I
His
feel
trench
like
coat's very important to me.
because I mean looking at the top of his suit, you see all this weird caution tape. I don't know what that's about, but
Maybe it's like he's like ripped right out of the tank.
Ripped right on. Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that could be good.
That would explain the tube being less integrated.
Yeah, I looked up a picture of him before, and it was like in
It was
his
like
skin.
part of
Yeah,
Yeah.
give him the skin
Like-
tube.
Yeah.
Which is disgusting. I've said skin tube. We're going to get demonetized. Justin Pinter, thank you for the super chat. He says he recently came across Heart of Darkness from PS1. Beautifully animated 2D platformer. Would love to see a remaster. Holy shit, that game was dope. I loved
He
it.
also asked if we could see a remake or remaster of a PS1 game, what would it be?
Oh,
Heart
boy.
of Darkness. What is that
I
game?
would get Soul Reaver.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that would be good.
I saw that. That's the first game that came to mind.
Yeah, that's hard. Off the top of my head, God, I don't know.
I don't remember Heart of
Blasto.
Darkness.
Bring back Blasto.
Remember Blasto?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Make it a good
You
game.
made me play Blasto earlier
Yeah,
this
like
year.
if they brought it back and made it a good game this time and like kept the vibe, kept his voice acting. I know he's dead, but
Nuke China says Shaolin style.
yo, Ron Solo says Mortal Kombat Shaolin monks.
Yo, Dino Crisis.
Yeah, George Taylor says Dino Crisis. He's absolutely right. Oh, Dark 666 says Vandal Hearts.
Oh.
Underrated, really underrated
Deep
game.
cut right there.
Yeah.
All right. Wild Arms. Slen182 says Math Blaster.
Ricky Fernandez, we were talking about this earlier. He says Resident Evil 4 remake. Nah, just kidding. I don't think we need that. I think we're good, man.
Yeah.
I think we got
Parasite
enough
Eve.
of that.
But I do want Code Veronica.
Brave Fence and Musashi, Beautiful Joe. A lot of good stuff in here. Sly Cooper again.
I swear to God, they need to make that. Like,
Veronica, I think, has one of the coolest settings. in
We
Resident
talk
Evil.
about
because it's like
Code
Haunted
Veronica.
Castle Island. It's it's like the Spencer Mansion, and there's a laboratory, but it's all on like a spooky coastal island.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like really cool.
we talk about Code Veronica a lot in this office.
We do. Yeah, we do.
We talk about Code Veronica at least once a week.
Remember that weird
Yeah, we do.
Steve boss fight?
Yeah, when he turned the poor, that was so depressing.
That
God.
was. What's his last name? Is it Burnside?
We have Tito from Uruguay. Sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing it. He says Dino Crisis and Parasite Eve. Word up to that. Anastasio says Pepsi Man. That was a game.
Captain Rama in the super chat says 3's remake will blow away too, and they just says stars like the Nemesis, and then he also says Soul Reaver, which thanks for agreeing on that one.
I
because
think-
I
Soul
prefer
Reaver,
Blood Omen.
Really?
Yeah, the first Blood Omen. I love that game.
I do. Yeah, that's more my. I like vampires. I gotta say.
Yeah.
I also pronounce vampires with a B.
That's another
I heard
series I
that.
played all of the games of for a video this year.
Hell yeah. That was this year.
That was earlier this year. That was like February.
It
No
went up.
way.
It went up months later.
Right. So it was definitely like you made the voiceover last year, and then we sat on it. I think.
Yeah,
No,
around
was it
this
last
time
year?
last year, you
Was
were
it? Yeah.
researching the video. Yeah.
I remember I felt like Charlie from that one episode of It's Always Sunny when he's in the mailroom, like
the
trying.
Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pepe Sylvia,
Yeah.
like looking into that game that was in production for a while after the fact.
A lot of love for Siphon Filter and MGS. in this
Jeff
chat.
Cesario says Outbreak needs a remake too.
Was that the multiplayer one?
Yeah.
The first Outbreak was pretty good.
I wonder if they would do that if they see if Project or Resident Evil Resistance does well, which I don't know. I still
We
have
had
no
fun
idea.
playing it. For what
It was
that's worth.
surprisingly fun. We got to
Especially
play it
when
at
you
an
got to
event.
be the evil boy.
Yeah, when you get to be the game master, who I don't know if this is like a known knowledge that much, but he directly works for Albert Wesker, and he like acknowledges that. But he's just like some German dude
Just evil
who
man.
sounds like a villain. He's literally like, "I am the villain." Ah!
They went overboard with
They
all
went
that
really
stuff.
overboard. Yeah.
I think that's the only way to make that work.
Yeah.
Is to make it like super cheesy.
What I ended up doing, the tactic I like the most, and I guess this says a lot about how fun that part is, but you look around the room with cameras and everything. I wish we had gameplay. We have gameplay.
We have
We'll
gameplay.
put it in a video soon.
Yeah, I was gonna grab some for
yeah.
this, but the uncompressed file was
It's fine.
more
So-
than I had hard drive space.
It's fine. So for Resident Evil Resistance, it's like it's multiplayer, and you can play as survivors, but you can also play as the person who's overseeing everything, and you can control the cameras and look at everybody and set traps and spawn zombies and creatures and stuff.
You play as those
You
creatures?
can also then take control of a zombie.
Okay.
And I kept doing that because I found that to be the most fun, and I was also doing the most damage that
He
way.
came out as Mr. X and just grabbed me and slammed me headfirst into the ground.
Yeah, Mr. X has a lot of moves. Like there's like the button. It's like press button to just go like this, pick someone up, hold them there for like an hour, and then just squeeze their skull and explode them. I was surprised. It was genuinely fun. I don't know how much that's gonna like hold up in the long term, like as a fun multiplayer game that people are gonna keep coming back to, but that's besides the point.
How far out do you think Nemesis could be if there's already a PSN listing for it?
I think it is February. I think they will announce it at the Game Awards next week, and they will say it's coming like first thing next year.
My guess is same thing. Where
January 28th, like last year.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
no later than April for me. That would be like just. How cool would it be if like just every year we get a new like Resident Evil?
Good on Capcom if it turns out that they were like starting Resident Evil 2, because Resident Evil 2 took a long time. Probably just from like the pre-production stuff and now that they got the ball rolling, probably during Resident Evil 2 they were like, all right, let's also work on 3, because they probably realized what they had. I don't know. I'm excited because they played very coy for a while. They were like, yeah, we're gonna consider working on other properties, and we are working on other properties, like bringing them back. I just didn't expect it to be this soon.
Like that quick?
Yeah, I would love to. I am pretty much like, it's definitely Game Awards. Definitely going to be announced at the Game Awards.
A lot of stuff starting to like slip now.
I wouldn't be surprised if like they come out with something early now that's like, catch it at the Game Awards, like acknowledging the leak now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say that's pretty likely, and I think your February guess is
January, February.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm curious
like,
to see what date you guys think in the chat.
It starts to pick up in March. Like late February, March, it really starts to pick up.
Yeah.
And then it's a constant release schedule until E3. Yeah. So that's really the only window they have where it's not going to be drowned out.
Interesting comment. Jeff Cesare says, I think Nemesis is better than Mr. X. I actually would agree, because it seems like Mr. X is like them kind of dipping their toe and exploring that concept, and then 3 they were like, let's make the whole game that, instead of locking it behind it. In the original Resident Evil 2, it was only really for the most part in one character playthrough. So they were probably like, all right, that was cool, we played with that, let's make 3 the focus for that. So it's like, yeah, I get what you mean by that. Justin Pinter, thank you for the super chat, man. We really appreciate that. He says, do you guys know when Warcraft 3 Reforged is releasing?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I don't know.
I'd like it to be sooner rather than later.
Oh, here's $20 says, I guess he's talking about Nemesis. He says, and it's out today. Could you imagine?
My God, imagine.
I think for a game that big, no.
I think it's hard to stealth release something when you need to have physical copies in the wild.
Yeah.
K Starkey says, yeah, I feel like they would try to avoid the spring drop so they wouldn't get drowned out by like the newer titles.
Has to be winter.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, like most games that are coming out early next year want to come out like before Cyberpunk.
Before Final Fantasy VII, before like all those other games.
That's right. Final Fantasy VII is March, right?
Yeah. Final Fantasy VII, literally, like we come back from PAX, and that Tuesday
it's
is
out.
Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
Which is nuts. George Taylor says, I'm guessing February 23rd. Got a feeling. Interesting. Some people are saying
right.
March, April.
I do, yeah.
David Benner says Bionicle needs a remaster.
Yo.
Why not? On the island of Matanui. WTF says Prince of Persia, man. What the hell?
We were just talking about it, Prince of Persia recently.
Day, yeah.
Matthew Dramazo says, but will be before the new consoles release?
Yes.
I would
Definitely.
say.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah. Definitely. This is definitely probably like one of those last hurrahs. Justin Pinter, again, thank you for the super chat, dude. Appreciate that, homie. For real. He says Resident Evil 4 remake for PS5. That would be dope. I would like, you know what I would like? This is going to sound weird. I would love them to re-release Resident Evil 4 one more time.
Just fix the controls.
No, really overhaul the graphics like how PC modders have done.
Yeah.
But not only that, release it as like a director's cut and have an option to select and play through the demo of like the concept of Resident Evil 4. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Where he had like a
Where
bigger...
it more of like a haunted house. And
he was in like, he was fighting like literal ghosts like coming out of suits of armor and shit.
It was still the fixed camera angles too, right?
Yes.
It was before they ditched, that's right.
It was really, really moody and atmospheric. Like you'd be walking through hallways and the curtains would be blowing and the windows would be open and the curtains would be blowing. It was like wild. I would love for like that to be available for everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like my weird fantasy idea for that. Let's see. Yeah. All right. The no Ashley version. That would be funny. Resident Evil 4 no Ashley edition. Get out of here, girl.
She only just shows up for cutscenes.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. She's like, I'm here. I got
think
here
there's
all
a-
by myself.
There
I didn't
has
need
to
your
be a
help."
mod for that. Great Candle actually says with chainsaw controller support. I have one of those. I should bring that in.
Oh, what?
The chainsaw controller.
Oh.
With the individual
about
blood
the thing.
Yeah, with the individual blood splatter.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I really love that.
Do you have one?
No.
I'm surprised.
No.
I think you would.
I feel like I would too. But I never
don't.
went like all in on like Resident Evil's like my number 2 or number 3 favorite series, but I don't really like
Yeah.
collect them, you know?
Yeah.
If there was a blood splattered Metal Gear Solid
You'd have it.
controller.
Do you want a chainsaw controller? I could get one for you at below market value.
Really? Wait, is it yours?
Yes.
You don't want it?
No, I don't want it.
What if I bought it off of him? Can I pay
I mean,
you
you'd
in
still
gum?
have it because you'd keep it here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You still get to see it. Max J says Saboteur remake. Saboteur.
You know what I should bring in? I
Remember
should bring in
how
the
cool that
Wu-Tang
thing-
controller.
Yo, yeah, I want to see that in person. That'd
It's
be cool.
Terrible.
Thomas,
Thomas, awesome.
Thomas M asks community choice game of the year list this year. Yes, we're
Literally
doing that again.
just talking about that before the show started.
Yep.
Yeah, so that community choice thing is in our video that we put out every year. That's just, for those of you that don't know, it's just game of the year. This year it'll be game of the year 2019. It's like a big long 20-minute video where we break down, like we do like our own crappy ghetto awards show, but we do our picks here, and then
say
we
what you
do
guys-
community vote picks. So we're going to be dropping the poll, if all goes well, we're going to be dropping like the where you can vote in the Friday show this Friday. So
Oh shit, we're jumping right on that, huh?
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
I mean,
wait.
it's
it's
December-
December 7th.
Yeah.
6th this Friday.
yeah, we're in trouble. So
And then I have some, we'll probably do some dumb stuff on this live show at some point about
Yeah.
game of the year stuff, yeah.
what if we do like a was it the comedy button? What did they call it? The alcohol cost?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
There was also some really other weird ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got real drunk for that one. But
I don't really. So the problem is like these were really the topics we had this week.
we could talk about a couple other things.
Sure, what
There's
do you
that
got?
Starship Troopers game.
Oh yes, let me talk about that for like 5 seconds. So there is a Starship Troopers
Oh, hold up.
RTS.
Sorry to introduce you.
No.
It's that time
Introduce
of
me?
week. It's a Tuesday. We
Yeah.
have the question. Any word on Biomutant in the chat?
I love that somebody asked that.
Yeah.
Like
Every
can that be our meme?
Nope. No word.
Nope.
No word.
Yeah, no, we still don't know what the hell the deal is. We've seen it playable, though. So the news is Starship Troopers is getting an RTS. It is called Starship Troopers Terran Command. This is actually not like a completely out-of-the-blue wild new thing. There was actually a Starship Troopers classic game. Not really classic. It came out in like 1999, 2000 for the PC. It was called Starship Troopers Terran Ascendancy. So they have done this before, but Starship Troopers Terran Command is pretty much exactly what I want. I'm like okay with RTS games. I do love just strategy games in general. I'm going to play the shit out of this, especially because the developers said that they are really focusing on going for the vibe, the language, everything about what was established in Paul Verhoeven's movie, which is one of my favorite things of all time. So you have here like the similar iconography. The voiceover is even corny and cheesy.
I haven't watched this movie in so long.
I have it on 4K HDR Blu-ray, 4K UHD Blu-ray if
you?
you want it. Yeah.
Let me borrow that.
Yeah, it's a real good time. So I'm happy that they're doing this because Starship Troopers was actually based on, I believe, a sci-fi novel.
Yeah.
So I'm happy they're going with like Paul Verhoeven's like satirical vision. I'd really love for them to get Neil Patrick Harris in this game because that's like one of my favorite roles of his.
shit, that's
It's, like,
right,
back
he's in
before he
that.
got like annoying.
Yeah.
Sorry, Neil Patrick Harris. I know you're watching right now, but you kind of annoy me. Yeah, so that's Terran Command. Really, I actually talked for as long as the trailer is, conveniently. That's really it. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, I saw that earlier and I was like, oh,
That's the Jake thing.
like Jake's gonna do a backflip.
Yeah, I did do a flip. I did a flip.
Spider-Man.
Tom, super chats. Were you able to? I think we missed a couple.
I
just
got
wanna
a
make
couple.
sure.
Let me check what's up.
Yeah.
We got these Justin Pinter ones. Let's see. We are asking about games people wanted to see. Wavy Keon said, I want Bloody Roar 1 and 2 to be remastered.
I only played the first one, but
Yo, Bloody Roar is awesome.
slaps.
Yeah.
And we got the others, it looks like.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wait. Cold Shower commented on your the Retro Tech episode, which should be going up in the following weeks for everyone,
Yeah.
where you and a bunch of other people talked about the Sega Genesis.
Yeah. How do I? So I did a video. Like I'm only in like a little bit of it. It was fun though with MKBHD. It goes live. It's like the third episode, and they're releasing them weekly.
So
Unless you have
weeks
YouTube
from now,
Premium.
yeah.
So like 2 weeks from now, it's the Sega Genesis episode. Check it out. I'm in it, and it was fun. Yeah, that's it for that. Was there one other news story?
Nah. Well, there's Destiny 2 put out their teaser.
Yeah!
Hey, all right.
Hyped to see Osiris back because Curse of Osiris is probably the worst piece of Destiny content we've ever gotten, but
Whoa.
it brought
Osiris is probably one of the coolest Guardians.
Yeah, because he's voiced by fucking Oded Fair.
Hell yeah.
I was asking Andrew, like, how do we get on like a media tour for this and be like, yo, remember that time you were in the Mummy?
Yeah. And can you just talk about the Mummy? No, so it's talking more about him and is he Saint 13 or Saint 14?
Saint 14.
I thought so. I don't even know why I questioned myself. Yeah, so it's surrounding him. Like I think it's like you're going back in time to try and like save or resurrect Saint 14 or something.
All right.
They show Saint 14 in the trailer. I also could be wrong about the resurrection thing, but they show him in the trailer. He talks. He has a really cool Russian accent, which is dope. Did you notice that his shotgun is back too?
Yeah.
Which is really cool because that shotgun, that's base game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That shotgun was awesome. What's it called? That thing. I forget what it's called, but it's a really cool gun.
It's really cool.
And I really hope that it becomes a thing again where like it matters and it gets updated and it doesn't just have the base game stats. The seasonal armor looks really cool. I like that you just look like a shiny knight. But yeah, man, more Destiny. That's, it's kind of just what I want. We got a live stream next tomorrow about it.
It's
and then
tomorrow? Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that's the 4th. Tomorrow the 4th?
Yeah.
Yep. And then this goes live
Tuesday.
next Tuesday on the 10th, I believe. So, yeah. I actually jumped back into Destiny.
Oh, hell yeah. They're bringing back more Destiny 1 maps.
Yeah. That's the exotic that you get if you have the season pass or whatever they call
I can't
it.
wait to play this.
But, I jumped back into Destiny over the past week or so to finish up the Battle Pass, Season Pass, whatever the hell they call it. And that's all I had to work on because I kind of did everything else. So I was kind of like just recently got the Destiny itch again, and it's just so happens that a new season starts when that itch came back. So pretty hyped. I just love Destiny.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, it's cool.
I feel like you guys are just coming off of playing like binging because of an event.
No, it's
Are
the
you
end
gonna-
of the season.
Okay,
Yeah.
but, so when does this? Are you going to jump into this immediately? When does
Oh
this
yeah,
happen?
I'll be there
When-
on the 10th.
Okay.
This
for you.
drops right when we leave for the Game Awards.
Oh, so I'll be
Andrew will
playing.
be ahead of me.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll bring the
playing.
Stadia and I'll see if it fucking works.
Everybody's yelling that the shotgun is called Requiem of Solace.
Ah, there it is. All right,
Thank you.
cool.
I didn't remember the name of it. I kept wanting to call it something Paradox is the Vault of Glass shotgun, right?
I think so.
Owen Davis says the shotgun is Perfect Paradox.
Perfect Paradox. That's what I'm thinking of. And I don't know if that is the Vault of Glass shotgun or the Saint 14 shotgun.
Jake, do you ever think that you'd be on a show where we're just debating?
No.
the name of what's really cool? This shot right here.
Perfect Paradox is
Is that the Vault one?
no, it's from Curse of Osiris.
Okay, so then that's that right there. That's the Perfect Paradox. So in Curse of Osiris, Jake, one of the coolest things that you do is actually you find his grave, pretty much like where he just lies now.
Okay.
And it's cool to see him because they've been talking about him since the first Destiny because his helmet is an exotic helmet
Okay.
from the first game. So what's cool is that they're kind of leaning into more of the really cool lore that Bungie wrote up for this game, but doesn't actually they don't use it too much. So it's cool that for this one they're bringing back a famous Guardian that we've been hearing about for a while.
That's
which
exciting.
was cool about Osiris because we've been hearing about Osiris since the first Destiny. And according to Jason Schreier, most of the Osiris stuff was supposed to be in Destiny 1, and then they cut it and use it for a Destiny 2 expansion.
Yeah.
So it's cool to hear about these characters for 2 games and X amount of expansions, and now we get to see them in action and interact with them and learn more about them. I would love to hear more about, is it The Stranger?
Yeah.
From the
From Destiny 1 that we
the
never
last
went
word?
back to.
Okay, not The Stranger then. Did you get the
Dredgen
Destiny
Yor
lore book?
Yeah, I have it. I got both of them.
The last word,
Nerds.
that weapon, whatever guardian goes along with that.
Yeah, it was. I forget the name, and Dregdenyor was the
Yeah.
Dregdenyor. Dregdenyor.
I would love to see that happen eventually, but we already got a Gambit heavy update, and I feel like that's where that would happen.
Just gonna catch up on some super chats.
Yeah, I wanted to wrap on some super chats if you guys don't mind. Tim
gonna wrap
Beef, I
them
saw in the chat. Apparently, super chatted us and we missed it. Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
The Great Canada live streams. Have you guys developed a way for us to send you guys Christmas gifts? No, not really. We try and like kind of keep that stuff on the DL. If you want to try and set something up, I have my email is like in my Twitter bio. I'd say hit me up there. You know, you can make sure you're not gonna like send us a bomb or something. Also, Matt Parsa, thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate that. To answer your question, yeah, I think that's obvious about reviewing games. But Justin Pinter, I want to end on. Thank you for the super chat. He says, what games do you expect to be announced at the Video Game Awards? Do you think they'll tease any PS5, Xbox Scarlet games?
Show me the fucking Batman.
Yeah, show me the Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, well, show me the Rocksteady, but then also show me whatever that Warner
Other
Brothers
Batman game is.
Yeah, I forgot they teased that Court of Owls-ish.
Yeah.
I would rather see more from that Harry Potter game.
Show me the Harry Potter
Where's
game.
that damn Harry Potter
Yeah.
game, man? Imagine they just
Honestly.
canceled it. That'd be funny.
I hope not. It
Definitely
sounded
not.
so cool and looked so cool.
To answer Justin Pinter's second question, though, do you think they'll tease any PS5, Xbox Scarlet games? I would expect maybe like we get one where it's like, this is a next generation game. We don't even have a date for it yet.
I
would
say
expect-
that's how they would do it.
I would expect it to be like when they announced like Watch Dogs, where it was
I think we're going to see a couple of those.
yeah, where it's like it's a really good looking game. It's coming to PC and unspecified platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to. I think we're definitely going to see a couple games, even if they don't say it during the announcement. We're going to see some games that, like, yes, they come out, then they're also going to be re-released on the next thing up.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
This is our first time like having and like working on this channel when there's like legit
console
a
shift,
full
yeah.
real console launch.
Yeah, it's gonna be exhausting.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Also, one last super chat as well. Otter's streaming. Thank you for that. He says Resident Evil 2 deserves Game of the Year easy. So you'll be able to vote in the Friday show. The Friday show that goes down this week. We will have like a link to vote in our Game of the Year video because, of course, like I said earlier, our Game of the Year video features both our picks here and your picks out there because.
I love to see how they differ. Or when they're the same.
It's wild because sometimes they match up completely where we're all on the money, and then other times it's like, what? So that'll be fun.
I love that we do the community thing. I'm hyped that you guys like vote.
Yeah,
and
I'm
we get
probably gonna work on that tomorrow or the next day. Yeah,
It's cool.
So with that, I do want to say that if you missed some of the show and you wanted to hang out and catch up with us earlier, this whole show will be uploaded, archived on youtube.com/GameRanksTV, like on the main channel page. There's a playlist down there. Other than that, I would say if you want to hang out with me and yell at me more, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Jake Baldino.
Find me on Twitter at Andrew Gebbia.
find me on Twitter at @TomJohnson.
And also, we're here every 4 p.m. East Coast time, so keep your eyes out for that every Tuesday.
Not every 4 p.m.
Not every 4 p.m. Every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern time.
There you
Next
go.
week, we're going to have a lot more games to talk about, like Genesis and Halo Reach.
Yep.
Light news week here. So we will see you guys in the next one. Thank you to the Super Chat for helping us keep the lights on and keeping the conversation going. And also thank you to the regular chat for bringing up stuff and keeping the chat going. We really appreciate that. I see Tom shit posting with the GameRanks account. We're going to get out of here. See you guys later.